Alright, what's up everybody? How's it going? It's back, aka Dan's Wait here, and welcome to another live session on the channel. Let me know if you can all see and hear me before we get going. You get to enjoy this nice I'm annoying her for one last time before we hopefully move along and make it out of here. Okay, we have some confirmation that things are working. Still, it's only like the second stream that I've done with the new setup / PC and stuff, so I'm still a bit nervous that things are going to work or not work. There's still a few little like weird things that are happening on the new system that I need to either fix or get used to, but hopefully things will be okay this session. Weirdly enough, recently the controller's been a little weird, like for example, the soft reset thing wasn't working for a while. I have the Untitled Project X mod reinstalled, and you have like, it gives you back the soft reset kind of shortcut that we had back in the PS2 days. And that wasn't working properly, and then I messed around with some controller stuff and now it works again. But I've had a few times where the controller's like just randomly switched off or disconnected, so I don't know. We're going to hopefully do the best we can and complete a session successfully. Now, where are we at? We've basically concluded everything, I think, in our bed home, and we need to kind of push forward with the story. And basically that requires one more mandatory fight, I think, against the Chimeras. And we saw that the Chimeras were a massive problem. Like, if you didn't come in prepared, if you didn't have some kind of overdrive or something prepared, like Kimahri's Stone Breath or a Shooting Star or something like that, then you could very easily get a game over, and that's what we were dealing with last. So Kimahri doesn't have an overdrive, Waka doesn't have an overdrive, and Auron doesn't have an overdrive. So maybe we should start by trying to get some kind of overdrive first before we do anything, and then maybe head into the next story bit with an overdrive, because I don't want to have to like redo that multiple times. So I think that's how we'll start the session before we continue the story. It gives people some more time to come in as well and enjoy the fun. So yeah, let's kick it off. And thank you guys for joining me once again. I hope everyone in the chat is doing good. Let's get going. Of course, the first encounter is against these guys. Fantastic. Okay, since I'm mostly after the comrade, I think I'll just keep Kimahri out. I guess we got a preemptive. This is a fixed encounter? What? How? What, as in like when you load up a new save, the first one's a Chimera fixed? There you go. So free overdrive there. Thanks to the Lancet, I remembered that. Never mind, I wasn't looking. Carithian slacking already. What a session. This is going to be tough. If even Carithian's not on point. I'm kind of struggling a little bit as well. I came back the other day from the US. I had an amazing trip out in the US. Still suffering from the jet lag. My flight's timing was really bad, and I couldn't sleep at all on the plane. And I started taking some heavy antibiotics today. I've got like a stomach issue that I need some strong antibiotics for. And so, yeah, fun times. We'll see if we can kind of manage for this session. But Lulu not escaping was a nice start. God damn it, I wanted the overdrive for Auron. Whatever, let's just try and get out of here. No one's going better. Ah! We've had 2 refusals to escape already, and we're going to get a game over, so I think that's going to be the start of this session. Thanks, guys. Good job. Finally. Ah, okay, good. No worries, RinnaGuy. Yeah, I was in Philadelphia for the weekend. Got to hang out with some of my mod friends, including Erica, who's in the chat. And I stayed at Real Deal's place, which was awesome. Got to meet him and his lovely family once again. And so yeah, had an amazing weekend with those guys, and then I was in New York for the rest of the week. But I was just so, like, it's such a huge city, was so busy, had never been before, constantly just trying to explore and do my best to see everything that I could. And so I definitely didn't really have time to try and organize any meetup kind of things, but everything went well. Okay, I think I'm just gonna give it a go. I mean, Kimari having a full overdrive should be all we need, really. I think just one Stone Breath should kind of get us through the trouble. Yeah, Philadelphia was particularly great because it was an amazing American sports weekend. The only American sport I follow on any level is the NBA, but it was the baseball playoff season, and Erica and Real are big Phillies fans, and so we watched Phillies versus LA Dodgers the first game there, which was a lot of fun. Like, even though the outcome wasn't great, it was just a great experience for me to watch that. And then it was the Eagles playing on the Sunday, so we were at Real's place watching the Eagles play. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Amazing sports weekend. Okay. I'm sure we'll chat a little bit more as things go on, but I think I can start to crack on a little bit with the story. I think we've done everything we need to do here. And from here on, we'll have to see. I mean, if it's the case that like, one of the main reasons we stayed around in Beaconell was to try and farm some more armors and that kind of thing. We end up with this one finally for Riku, but maybe eventually I'll regret, like, not staying around even longer and picking up some more stuff. But I think for now it's worth a try. We have a whole bunch of things for Titus, which is cool. But we shall see. So what you're saying is the US makes you sick. To be fair, I've had this stomach issue for a little while now and actually delayed taking the antibiotics a little bit. I didn't want to basically take them while I was on holiday. It's quite a heavy dose. I'm taking 2 different antibiotics at once. And so I kind of didn't want to do that on holiday. And so, yeah, I kind of put them off for a week. My doctor said, like, as long as you immediately start when you return, it's okay. So I've started them now. So it was in the US. It's all good. Okay, let's go. Big cutscenes coming up.
This place done for.
You're right. You're right, Waka. We all Bhed, we weren't always like this. Sin destroyed the island where we all used to live. After that, we were scattered to every corner of Spira. But then, my dad brought the Al Bhed together again. If we put our minds to it and work together, then we could make a new home. Everyone worked hard. We had our home back again. But now, why did things have to turn out this way?
Riku! Damn those Guado! What are they thinking?
I love how close the Chimeras are here, and Waka and Riku just casually, just like, having that moment. Funny. Yeah, Waka's turnaround slowly begins. The way that Riku still kind of uses him as a shoulder for an emotional moment there. I think it's still a nice touch. And yes, cheesesteaks were incredible. I had my first ever cheesesteak. I've been holding off for a long time. Real always told me, like, you got to have, like, the authentic, real experience. No pun intended, in Philly. And so I had a few opportunities to have some. Like, obviously, there's places in London that do them. But I was just like, no, I got to wait and try the real deal, for lack of a better phrase. And it really was awesome. And I miss it already. Okay, here we go. Ronso Rage. Stone Breath. Let's keep it simple. There it is. Flashbacks that Auto-Haste the Chimera Brains and the yes, true. An Onyx Arm Guard. Nice. Oh my god, we almost have 100,000 gil. Sweet. Okay, back to cutscenes. Almost.
Riku, what is the Summoner's Sanctum?
The Summoner's Sanctum is where we keep the summoners. We keep them safe there.
You kidnapped them.
I know it's against the teachings and all that.
I get why you did it, but
Well, I sure don't get it, Waka. They might get hurt on their pilgrimage. So you kidnap them? I mean, if the summoners don't do their job, then who will beat Sin? You want to protect them, I know. But Guardians are there for that. If Guardians do their job well, summoners will be safe. Right? Right?
It's quiet. Kimari goes now.
Yeah, when this track kicks in, you know something's coming.
Yuna, please be here!
Yeah, it's all good. Kimari goes now. But also, a good question, Karifian. Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, where did I even see it from? I feel like I've always got it from, like, third-party sources. Like, I'm not sure there is an official, because I'm not sure it would be like for the whole like I'm annoying her and what it actually is in Al Bhed and stuff. I'm not sure there is an official, even in like Ultimanias and stuff. I'm not really sure, because I doubt they ever thought anyone would really care, you know. So I don't know why there would be an official announcement of what it actually says. So I think it's probably just like some people that probably just figured it out. Because I'm trying to think, it wouldn't be like scripted. I don't think there's any subtitles for it or like any data in the game that would imply. It would just be a sound file with that sound in it. So yeah, I don't know if there's a really like official thing about what he's saying, but it does seem very believable. It does make sense to me. But yeah, I mean, in terms of do we have an official thing, then no. Double check, you might have missed the chest. I think I got all the chests in like the top bit with all the little puzzles and stuff. And there's 2 down here. I don't think there's any more, right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Emotional scene launching. Oh, you mean before leaving this, but yes, okay. Yep.
Yuna!
For me, it's always a shot of Valor here. I love it so much.
She's not here. Hello again. Wait there until we have performed the sending.
They died, protecting us. It's not much, but the least we can do is give them a proper sending.
Hey, what's sacrificed? The Al Bhed said summoners were being sacrificed. That summoners shouldn't have to do a pilgrimage.
Why couldn't they trust Guardians to protect the summoners? The Al Bhed had no right stopping their pilgrimage.
The pilgrimages have to stop. If they don't, and they get to Xanarkand, they might defeat Sin. Uni could... But then she... Uni will die, you know? You know, don't you? Summoner's journey to get the final Aeon. Yuna told you, didn't she? With the final Aeon, she can beat Sin. But then... If she calls it, then the final Aeon's gonna kill her. Even if she defeats Sin, it will kill Uni too, you know?
Was I the only one who didn't know? Tell me why! Why were you hiding it? Why didn't I know?
We weren't hiding it.
It was just too hard to say.
Lulu! How could you? How could you? Isn't she like a sister to you? I thought you were family. Why don't you do something, Waka?
Don't you think we tried to stop her? She follows her heart.
Yuna, she knew what she was doing when she chose to become a summoner. To face sin, yeah? Yuna knew.
But Waka, that's just totally wrong. Summoners shouldn't have to sacrifice themselves, just so the rest of Spirit can be happy, right?
But that is our choice.
We all live in fear of sin, you know that.
A world without sin. That is the dream of all Yevon's children. And we will use that power even if it means our lives.
I've been telling Yuna! Let's go to Xanarkand together! Let's beat Sin! I told her all the things! We could! And all along, the whole time, I didn't know anything! But Yuna, she'd just smile.
Yeah, this shot is fantastic.
Hey, watch.
Hey, you got pretty good.
You sound sad.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to scream?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
You know what? It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are kind of like Spira's ray of light. A lot of people in Spira depend on us. I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know. I know it's hard.
Yeah, I understand. I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do. I want my journey to be full of laughter.
I can't let her die. I'll find her.
Everybody move out. Yeah, of course, huge pivotal moment. And yeah, I did put the poll up. I was curious while we were watching the scene because I was always sure that like a pretty large majority of people like me the first time they played wouldn't have seen that coming. You know, obviously the fact that there's a lot of, I think that what generally the Annibal's saying makes a lot of sense to me. Like obviously the fact that the pilgrimage itself is incredibly dangerous and there's a high risk of death and a lot of, well, the huge majority of people who have tried have not made it. You would know that it's fraught with danger and that there's a chance that Yuna can die. But at the end of the day, the whole idea of even if you succeed, you die, that was a big shock to me at the time as well. And I think this is also where a lot of, like, when you play these games, I think plays a factor. I don't know, like, let's say I was the age I am now, and I played Final Fantasy X for the first time, and I've watched hundreds and thousands of different stories, and like through movies and games and series and all that kind of stuff. I feel like you probably get better over time at picking up on what's subtle or what you wouldn't have picked up when you were a kid. And so I wonder, like, you know, let's say you're like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 playing this for the first time versus you're like 30, 35. How much difference does it make? And if you do already pick up on these, like if you already kind of knew, would you just be like, yeah, okay, I mean, cool, whatever. Like, it wouldn't make you dislike the game, I think, but it just wouldn't hit the same way as when you're like, you know, younger, or you just, doesn't matter about your age, you just don't get it. And so I do think that's why there is definitely a certain magic to being able to play certain games and experience certain things at a certain time in your life. And I do think that definitely makes a difference. And yeah, I mean, as Francisco's saying, like, it will resonate differently based on every age. Like, there'll be certain life experiences you have now that will make certain story themes and aspects hit harder. But in terms of like story reveals and subtleties and stuff, I think you're obviously a lot less likely to pick it up when you're much newer to like playing games and experiencing those kind of stories. So yeah, it's definitely quite interesting to see. And yeah, 82% so far have said that they were surprised by what happened in that scene. So I think that's pretty much what I was expecting, like something around that range. So I think that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, there we go. Thank you for indulging me with that. Let's continue. I have to say the Seymour one, there was a bit of talk about like the whole Seymour being evil thing. That's the one where when I look back on it, I'm like, come on, man. Like, I know you were a kid, but like you probably should have picked up on that one more. But like this one, I think is very, very normal and reasonable to be pretty shocked by finding out that Yuna's going to die at the end of her pilgrimage. But yeah, we have made it onto the airship and Evray awaits. Whew. But Sid is in the house.
3 minutes.
Get those emojis out.
Reno, we reach 1 minute.
Where's Yuna? I said, where is she? Answer me, damn you!
Damn, proper lips him up.
What do you do when you find her, eh?
I didn't know anything about what a summoner is supposed to do. And I told her all those things without even knowing. I've got to tell her. I've got to tell her I'm sorry.
That's it? You're gonna tell her you're sorry. And then you just drag her to Zanarkand and make her fight Sheen, huh? You're all the same. Let the summoner die so we can live in peace.
No!
No! I love that.
Ah, words. Show me action.
I'm telling you, she won't die!
Boy, don't forget those words. 'Cause if you do, I'm gonna make you regret it.
I won't. So you know where she is?
Course not. That's why we're gonna look. Using this airship.
Airship?
The course not is so iconic for me.
Doku.
Sid is so great. His voice acting is great as well.
1,000 years, Ujantia!
This is such a great FMV as well. Man, the FMVs of this game for its time as well, they're just so damn good. Epic. And yeah, Sid really does have to be, like the Sid of Final Fantasy X really does have to be one of the best in the whole series, I think. Surely. He's so damn good.
Uy, it's Jack.
Ah, Nick Pit, Pit.
I remember thinking video games will never look better than this. Have they ever looked better than this since then? I don't know. Nah, I'm just kidding, but this is pretty peak. Cinema, as they say.
Freud, vermaaien!
Echt elke dreet.
Fredajo, Wicho. E-A-U-E.
No bomeno. Ren mi ri. Yo chu yo ko. Asate kanae. Kutamae.
What's going on?
We're gonna blow up our home.
How?
With one of the forbidden machina. Hey, don't! Ina!
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt, but I feel the same as Kariki in here. When they sing the Hymn of the Faith, the Hymn of the Faith is so like transcendent. It really does transcend time and like races and stuff like that. The Bhed sing it, the Ronso sing it, like Tidus recognizes it, stuff like that. It's pretty insane.
Nadine do kit. Wat woen dank. Frida kut in twin machina. Ecto lippa piemta. Wika.
Hey, look. Don't get so down.
Oh, Waka.
Boom! Like happy festival fireworks, yeah?
You can cram your happy festival, you big meanie.
The way Link is afterwards. Oh, brilliant. Okay, we have made it to their ship. In no sphere grid, everything has auto-haste. I'd say that's a pretty good achievement. But it's just one wall after another in this challenge. Well, potential wall after another. And next we have the mighty Everett. So let's talk to some people before we move it along.
Make your supper! It's right, Nidek.
Hey, he did pretty damn well considering it's not his forte. Fair play to brother. He basically saved everyone. So fair play to him, man. But this is an example. I'm pretty sure I've never spoken to brother 3 times at this exact moment. So these are, I'm trying to take some of these opportunities to speak to people as many times as possible, just until they repeat their lines. Because I have definitely been guilty of that in the past, where I've just like not spoken to them enough times in specific moments and missed lines of dialogue that I've never seen as a result.
I'm okay. I'm fine. Really. I'm okay. I'm okay.
This is tough on all of us. This is tough on all of us.
It's interesting that brother gets 3 different lines but these guys only have one each for now.
Why didn't I just shut my big mouth?
Kind of sums up his whole story so far.
Why didn't I just shut my...
Did you find out anything about Yuna?
I'm looking into it, okay? Don't worry, I'm using a sphere oscillifinder. If she's out there, we'll get her.
A sphere oscillifinder?
It's an ancient machina. I don't know how it works either, so don't ask me, okay?
And you still use it?
I don't even rightly know how this rig flies, either. All because of the Yevon taboo on Machina, we're running around in the dark here. Ain't it a rush, kiddos?
His voice acting is too good. And well, yeah, again, it goes to show like how much Brother saved everyone's ass here. Sid himself doesn't really know how it flies either, so Brother had to just like freestyle it and save everybody.
Whether Yuna's safe or not, there's trouble brewing. Whether Yuna's safe or...
Okay.
Kimari never forget the Albed sacrifice.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have another line.
Kimari will use Machina if Machina can find Yuna.
There you go. Pragmatic as always.
Kimari never forget.
So he had a second line. But he's the only one of the party that had a second line.
After rescuing Yuna, then what? You want to keep her safe, correct? Would you seek to stop her pilgrimage?
Of course! If she continues this fool pilgrimage, she will die. Sure as if you killed her yourself. No harebrained law or teaching could send my little niece to her death. When I save her, I'll make her give up being a summoner quicker than a desert melts ice.
Even against her will?
Better than a dog's death. And I'll take down anyone who don't agree.
You are the captain.
Good.
Sid
Then
wins.
It's settled.
What a legend. Even Orange knows to not overstep here. That's a proper like Clash of the Titans scene, like Sid versus Orin. But even Orin has to back down in the end.
Let him say what he wants.
He's such a troublemaker.
Let him say what he wants.
Okay. Yeah, the airships are a little funny in terms of like the way that you progress the story. Like it can basically lead to you missing a lot of lines because I always forget which order you need to do things and which room you go to and then come back to or who you speak to and that kind of thing. And depending what order you do those things, then you can definitely miss a bunch of lines.
Hey, I'm not looking forward to my brother dying when this is all over. If only there was some way of doing it without anyone dying.
Let's think of one.
Easier said than done. If we had all the time in the world, yeah, we'd think of something. And while we were thinking, Sin would kill us all. Spira doesn't have that time.
Yeah, I like the way he delivers that. The Spirit doesn't have that time.
We owe our lives to the Al-Bhed. However, no matter how they beg, we cannot quit our pilgrimage.
Even though you'll die?
I've known since I was a child. My will is set. If I do not do it, someone else must, you understand. Let him rest.
Yeah, poor kid, man.
The Al-Bhed caught up to us in Bhed. They grabbed Posse, so we had to do what they said. We needed a break anyway. Posse was pretty tired. He should never have come on the pilgrimage. Little kid like that. Still, he does pretty good for his size. He's gonna be something someday.
The Kindergardians.
Hey, you know where this ship's headed? Hey, you know...
But yeah, I mean, you've got to admit, the Al-Bhed have done a pretty damn good job of kidnapping. Like, they've kidnapped basically everyone successfully at least some point in their pilgrimage. The Albed Sykes all escaped harm. We are ready to play again. Damn it. Albed trolls. As long as Nimruk's okay so we can recruit him. That's all we care about. It will fuel my wrath in the Blitz sphere. Yeah, the next like Albed Sykes Guado Glories game, I would have liked to have watched that one after all this shit popped off. See, this is cool. This is one of those things where if you don't have enough Albed primers, like first time run and stuff like that, you might not be able to know what he's saying here. But this is cool. Forgive me for my actions in Luca. We wanted to protect the summoner, you see. What would have been super nice is if like you get some kind of like, if you have all the Albed spheres and you've compiled them, like Tidus is able to kind of understand what they're saying a little bit here, and he has like some extra kind of secret lines that he wouldn't normally have, and he responds to them in some way. That would have been cool. Yeah, it's always about the Blitz.
Yuna should make Yuna's decision. Yuna.
Okay, let's keep going. There's a few more people to talk to, including, of course...
Well, well. It appears you too have escaped harm.
You were on the ship too?
I came to home to pick up some goods and found myself here. Quite the escape. Thankfully, my goods were spared. Please let me know if you need any of my wares.
Wares? Okay, so we are fully loaded, but we'll need this money at some point, I'm sure. Probably don't need any of these for now.
Thank you. Your patronage is very much appreciated. All proceeds will go to help restore home. If there's anything I can help you with in the future, just ask.
Ace, ween topped.
Janokut. Wiraja fam may not windukia.
Eiko, uluwi goof dranelg.
Dat regdrat sjofunt lusa, drid falum timgu, edix wowike tat.
Ace ribidu.
Rana emnakad, du lukne dimida winchelag.
Let's go! Underdog Secrets times 99. Definitely very useful if you wish to utilize them in a challenge like this.
Dragwe.
Dragwe indeed. Yep. Challenge over. Yep, pretty much. Exactly. Annabelle and Mercado have it there. Hey Madison, welcome to stream.
Look, I'm really tired. Leave me.
Okay.
If it's not an emergency, would you mind leaving?
Okay.
Wait. There's something I want to ask you. What would you think if I said I was giving up my pilgrimage?
So, what do you guys normally respond to this with in the chat? Let me know. I'm sure most people over time, like if they do multiple playthroughs, they probably just do both just to see what happens, but what's your like gut feeling about this? Are you guys mean and just say who cares? Or do you say sure, sounds good to me? I usually say sure, sounds good because I'm too nice. Yeah, there's definitely a mix of them. I think who cares is a little more popular. I feel like both options are kind of mean. Yeah, both of them kind of are, but I think it's already pretty clear that she's kind of done here anyway. If she's already like in this state, I think, yeah. But they are both mean. I agree with that. She always responds snarky either way. Yeah. I think I'm going to say who cares for this one.
Show some sympathy.
Oh, like all the sympathy you showed me first time we met.
You're right. Quitting now would be sort of anticlimactic, no? Tell Yuna something, would you? Tell her she still has a rival. Me. Tell her she'd better do her best or be bested. You'll tell her, won't you?
Man, I'm still thinking of, I think it was the last session, where I forget who it was. I don't know if it was maybe Alexa in the chat saying like, Bartello's like final Aeon, Donna's final Aeon would just be a giant Bartello. I can't get that thought out of my mind. It's so funny. Just like a really giant Bartello. That's the final boss. I think Karifi, you need to figure out how to mod that. Like, can you just swap? Can we do like a, you know how to upscale the size of enemies in the game? Just make like a 50 times bigger Bartello and just replace Braska's final Aeon with that model. Even if it's just T-posing, that would just be so flippin' funny. That's what we need. Absolutely hilarious. Oh man. It's just one of those visuals that just like cracks me up. Shadow of the Bartholossus. Yeah, absolutely hilarious. Do you have to play Blitzball legit to get a of Waka's Overdrive? All of Waka's Overdrive is currently doing Auto-Haste and cannot be asked to play much Blitzball. It depends what other tools you have, I guess, but you do need to play Blitzball to get all of them, yes. Pretty sure. I don't think there's a way to skip like playing the Blitzball entirely. You have to play at least some Blitzball. But you can look into like ways to optimize it. I think you can use stuff like resetting data and all this kind of business to play as few games as possible, but you definitely have to do it. And if not, I'm pretty sure save editors can obviously get that done for you. So, yeah. Chased by a fiend, we're all very tired and very scared. Okay. Let's keep moving.
Thanks for the company. I feel so much better now.
Do we already have a strategy in mind for Evray? Not really. I think weirdly enough, because Evray, like part of it, the trick of Evray is that it casts itself haste on itself anyway in the last part of the fight. I guess that's not going to change too much. It's more the early part, and I think if we spam enough smoke bombs, we should probably be able to keep up. So we'll have to see. I mean, smoke bombs seem like the key, but we'll have a look. A few more people to chat to, and then we'll head back. Now this is interesting. Your face, I have seen it before. Perhaps in the temple at Baj. Yeah, and then there's this nice thing here. So for anyone who like didn't realize that this is the same ship that you find in the underwater ruins at the start of the game, he tells you here. No, poor kid. I wish there was some kind of way to like get the doll for the kid, like in one of the rooms, like the chest contains some kind of key item that has the doll in it, and then you can just give it to this kid. That'd be so cool. Currently working on my first attempt at the post-game challenges, and good lord, the stat maxing is a grind like no other. Yeah, I'm sorry. That is the way it is. Maybe you can try to do it with a bit less of the grinding. It makes the fights harder, but you can spend more time fighting and getting better at the game than grinding. Depends if you want all of the like achievements and trophies and stuff related to maxing the sphere grid and all that business. But Karifian's a big advocate of that, and I agree with him in terms of like if you are fighting the post game for the first time, I would do my best to avoid completely stat maxing and then just doing like quick hit spam and everything. Try to like enjoy it as much as you can with like the natural stats. I don't use purple spheres maybe, stuff like that. So yeah, I'd definitely give that a go first, but if you really find it like too difficult and annoying, then maybe yeah. It was a randomizer where you did original. Yeah, so randomizer ended up being OSG. And for anyone who doesn't know what OSG means, we'll have a quick look here. Tomorrow's probably not the best person to show that. Yeah, that's particularly tough though, because they're original. Basically, when we say original sphere grid, what we mean is like every character across this massive sphere grid without using any major like lock things to like unlock the nodes. They all have their own individual section where they naturally go through. So, for example, Lulu's will like follow across here, then she'll get her tier 2 spells, and it'll go up here, and then it'll follow across, and then she'll get her tier 3 spells, and then it basically ends here. Or was it here, or was it... Yeah, I think it was here. Yeah, it ends at Flare. So then basically from here, like you would unlock this, and then you would enter a different... Like this would be Walker's grid, basically, for example. Or, of course, you can use teleport spheres, friend spheres, all of that kind of stuff. So... But all you would have is a relatively small portion of the entire thing, and if you do an OSG challenge, it just means you try to take on everything in the game without utilizing the other portions of the sphere grid, and that really limits the abilities you can have, of course, because you can't take anyone else's abilities, which already makes things more interesting. And of course, the amount of stats you can have is different. So even if you can use purple spheres on all these empty nodes, your ceiling is going to be far, far lower than if you are able to use everybody else's portion of the grid. So that's what the OSG challenge is. And there are really nice kind of diagrams online that show you which portion belongs to everybody if it's not intuitive. And so, yeah, if you ever want to try like a nice kind of, I would say like mid-level challenge, I think that's a nice idea, where it's definitely like the post-game definitely becomes a lot more challenging than what you'd normally experience. But obviously for the story, I think for most people, if you know the game decently well, then OSG is not going to be that big a deal. But definitely worth having a look at that. So there you go. Let's have some more chat, and then we will move the story on. Welcome in, DJ and Real. Good to see you guys.
He called Yuna his, niece, right? I mean, so that makes her our Bhed, right? Don't say it. Yuna's Yuna, right? Yuna's Yuna, right?
The second, the way he delivers it the second time, brilliant.
Yuna's Yuna, right?
No matter what happens.
Okay.
Legiuni atron bem kuneshka? Legiuni atron...
To Oren again.
Let him say what he...
He's got the same line.
No matter what happens.
Same line. Chat to brother one more time. Wait, does he progress the story here? I think he might.
First, we rescue Yuna. Let's show him what we got.
I need to do some more playthroughs, at least for the trophy, because I consistently missed a few primers, and I'm considering OSG and SG for that round. Cool, nice.
Vidran! Verfolgt Yuna!
Frana!
Effen Krufui!
Yuna!
Oh boy, we've got those encounters as well. Shit. The evade encounter, I think, takes care of most of it.
The Palace of St. Bevel, heart of Yevon.
Gramps, let's move!
Easy, kiddo. Bevel's defenses are top-notch.
What's the matter, Gramps? You scared? Yuna's there, so we go and get her! And that's all!
You got guts? Carlo Inca Bevel! Fim, come on, you read!
Nunca!
It's still so stupid that Tidus is the only one that falls
It'll
back.
take a while to get to Bevel. Meanwhile,
we prepare for battle!
Okay. Glad the content's been useful, Madison. That's always nice to hear. Okay, it's back to these lines again. Okay, same lines. Lulu is not missing in the Bevelle Assault FMV. Yeah, that's what I've missed that one so many times, but yes, definitely look out for that. She is there.
They grabbed Yuna back in the Sanubian desert. One of the Guado squads that attacked home found her. Wetting my britches, not while I'm around.
My britches.
Those Yevon rockheads, I'll give them something to remember.
Oh my god, that line, I feel like I've basically never heard that one before. Again, the whole like speaking multiple times to people, I just don't do it enough.
Those Yevon rockheads.
I love it.
What's Seymour doing alive? Didn't we take care of him in Macalania?
He is dead as Jiskel was. His attachment to this world kept him from the next.
Whoa, scary.
Yuna must be trying to send him.
Wonder if that'll work.
Perhaps he won't expect it.
I'm also very keen for the proper full-scale randomizer. Yeah, there's definitely been some great advancements in randomizer stuff. Probably once I'm done with this run, I will have a look at it and see how far it's come along and see where we're at. I think already it's basically playable at this stage, but I'd need to have a look. It's been maybe a month or two since I saw like the developments in it. I'm in a Discord that has a lot of amazing modders in it and stuff, and they're sharing like what they're working on. And so I have seen that the randomizer has really started to come along, but I don't know exactly like how fully fledged and ready to go it is, or if it's still basically very early, like more testing phases. So we'll have to see. But I'll definitely let you guys know once I'm ready.
Yeah, we're gonna save Uni, and nobody's gonna stop us. Yeah.
Okay.
Bevelle. It's been 10 years.
One interesting thing is that Lulu mentioned that it's like the Palace of Saint Bevelle. And obviously we know about the ancient war between Zanarkand and Bevelle. But I guess, was there like a Saint Bevelle, and like he was like the, you know, what Yevon is to Zanarkand, he was to Bevelle? I feel like do we ever hear about a figure called Bevelle? Like Saint Bevelle or something like that? Is there any lore on that guy? I feel like that's the only mention of it being like Saint Bevelle. I'm not sure.
The city of Bevelle is built on the water. There may be underwater fighting. You or Riku should study your magic, just in case. Seymour is one of the dead now. Odd. Why does Maester Micah allow the unsent to walk free?
Oh, Lulu, come on. She should be like better than that.
The city of Bevelle is built on the water. You or Riku should study.
I'm glad Yuna's okay and all, but what's with those fancy clothes?
Oh, for God's sake.
It's called a wedding dress.
What?
What? He's just too funny, man.
What's going on?
Seymour.
Okay.
Odd.
Bevelle.
Alright, I think that's everything. It's amazing how much dialogue there is if you really take the time to talk to everybody.
Some of the Guado that attacked home must have snuck on board.
You're awfully calm about it.
I am calm about most things.
Fiends! There's nothing to do but
destroy the ship and all go down together.
Huh?
Huh? That face. Oh, Sid.
You gotta learn a little restraint, Pops. If you crash the ship, we can't go rescue Uni. Leave the fiends to us professionals.
Yeah, let's go!
Thanks.
Riku, you've made some very good friends, I think. Good luck.
Elderly Rin launch in there. But yes, the local excuse for then you still grind if you need it for Evray. I mean, that's kind of one way to know that the game kind of designed Evray to be difficult. I mean, they involved this little extra plot line here just to make sure you could grind a little bit if you needed it, which is definitely true. And hey, I'm definitely sure we needed that ship. I can't say I remember my first fight against Evray, like way back in the day, very well. Yeah, I really don't remember. Honestly, I probably did make use of the extra fights here to maybe grind or, I don't know, try to steal some stuff from the bombs because I thought they'd be useful. I don't know. Could have been anything. I had no idea what I was doing back then. If you guys haven't seen it before, definitely check out the one where I basically dig up the first save file that I ever had that I later beat Penance with and stuff. It's pretty funny. It's a good video.
Meet your supper!
Okay, alright, concentration boy. Let's keep going.
Hey, relax. This ship's still got some fight left in her. Let them take their best shot. Let them take...
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. My first ever playthrough, I completely relied on Aeons, so no Yuna made Every really difficult. That's definitely a good point. Those of us that had been relying on our Aeons, you'd be in for a bit of a rude awakening when you can't summon. Oh god. Trying to think. I think a Riku mix would probably be useful here for the upcoming fights. I forgot what overdrive mode she has. Let's just see, can we even survive these 4 turns? We probably can't. We do have 55 smoke bombs, which is excellent. 6 stamina tablets, which I could definitely make use of later. Or maybe even in this fight, honestly. It might be a good idea to have one. Or 2 of them. Sleeping powders, also very useful. But I feel like I don't really need to use any of it against these guys. I think you just steal high potions from them. Let's just do this. Evade encounter. Okay, yeah, she's basically immune in this fight. I kind of forgot that she had that. Nice. when Evra's haste stacks on top of Auto-Haste. Thankfully, that's not a thing. Since Trio is now on the line, will you avoid to use it as much as possible? Yeah, I mean, that's... I still think banning Trio is always a good idea if you're doing no Sphere Grid stuff. But we'll make a choice. If we hit something where I feel like there is no way to win other than using Trio, then we'll make a choice and we'll say either we go the Trio route or we go the, like, we're going to start using some kind of stats route. I think, for starters, we will definitely try to not use Trio. I might use it for other mixes, like the Underdog Secret. I could potentially use it for other mixes, or I'll maybe try to avoid it completely. Now, I forgot Auron also has Evade Encounter, right? So this isn't helping Riku's Overdrive much. Evade Encounter is so great. Ouch. Yeah, so it did help the Overdrive. How's our Phoenix Downs looking these days? 41. I think I can definitely buy some more, if need be. Oh, she's on a different kind of overdrive. It's not Comrade. I just noticed now. Fine. Let's just speed this up for a sec. How much HP do these ones have? Sheesh. Yeah, exactly. Compared to the Masters mod, it's very different here. I haven't been this rich for a long time. She's definitely not on Stoic because she's not getting hit here in her Overdrive. I think she's on Ally. It's just charging when it's her turn. Yeah, I mean, one thing we still haven't done in this challenge, which everyone has kind of said you should do, but I've kind of ignored it for now, is just literally being able to use haste. I have not done that, so I've been going for like the most hardcore, difficult version of things for now.
May I help you?
I think I've got a lot of money here. I should just be careful. There's a slight premium on stuff, but it's not a big deal. I just want a lot of Phoenix Downs at this stage.
Thank you. Your